This story takes place in a labyrinth so vast that were you and I to be so unlucky as to find ourselves inside it, it would take the lifetimes of 3 generations of our family to reach the first corner. Luckily, this story is not about us or even our descendants. This story is about Hansel, a clay man to whom time is less an immutable law of the universe and more of a direction. What Hansel does is wander. As he passes, torches mounted in dusty wall brackets burst into flame, pushing the dark ahead of him like a receding tide. As he walks, he crumbles. Parts of him fall away, forgotten as they are replaced. Hansel is never new and never old. Never all of him at once, at any rate. His feet never waver, his eyes are fixed, staring into the as yet unilluminated void of his future. The smallest finger of his right hand, which had started cracking around the knuckle 10 strides back, neglected to fall from him. Hansel, lost in indecision, absent-mindedly flicks his wrist. The finger, perhaps unwilling to be forgotten, stays stubbornly in place. Reaching no useful conclusions, Hansel stepped forward. Crack. The finger had broken upon landing and now lay in 3 separate fragments on the floor. Though hardly a new occurrence, it planted the seed of an idea in his mind. Slowly and with great care, he pieced the finger back together, slotting it back into his hand as he did so. Turning again, he stepped forth. Crack! The finger lay back on the floor. Hansel's brow fissured with thought as he tried to recall the journey that had brought him to this place. His mind was as new and as old and as changed as the rest of his body, only affording him snatches and glimpses of his past, fragments of what he felt instinctively to be a much larger whole. He thinks, if I was to shrug my shoulders now and walk on, this moment would be lost. Its place in my head would harden, crack, and crumble away, as it has doubtless done before. It would mean uncertainty forever, always to face the future armed only with the fleeting and temporal knowledge of the present. Or I could turn for now, go back the way I've come, reclaim the past that I have lost, and hope that it gives me more answers than questions. Now Hansel does a new thing, or an old thing, in any case, a thing that he cannot recall doing before. Pausing only to pull a torch from an aging wall bracket, he turns, retracing his steps, and journeys into his past.